Welcome to today's video, where we're exploring the 10 things an intelligent person never says. Intelligence isn't just about knowledge. It's about how we communicate, how we think, and how we interact with the world around us. Have you ever caught yourself saying something that didn't quite reflect your best self? Or maybe you've heard others say things that make you think, an intelligent person would never say that. Well, in this video, we're diving into those very phrases and breaking down why intelligent people avoid them. From the dismissive, "that's impossible," to the limiting, "I don't need any help." These are the kinds of statements that can hold us back. The way we speak can either empower us or limit our growth. So let's learn what to avoid and how to shift our mindset and language for a smarter, more open approach to life. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to elevate your communication and mindset. If you're ready to level up your intelligence and start saying things that reflect your growth, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Let's get started. 1. That's not my problem. A Stoic perspective teaches us that the challenges we encounter, whether directly tied to us or not, are opportunities to practice virtue. When faced with a situation and the temptation arises to declare, "That's not my problem," the Stoic approach would instead encourage us to question our role and response. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations reminds us, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This principle emphasizes that obstacles, even those that don't seem to belong to us, present moments to strengthen our character and grow in wisdom. Refusing to engage with problems because they seem outside our immediate realm is a denial of our interconnectedness as human beings. Every problem, no matter how distant, has ripple effects. By claiming detachment, we may temporarily absolve ourselves of responsibility, but we also diminish the chance to act justly and with integrity. Epictetus said, "You are a citizen of the world." This expansive view challenges us to rise above personal conveniences and address what needs addressing, whether or not it directly impacts our lives. Apathy may seem harmless, but it erodes our moral fabric and blinds us to the shared struggles that bind humanity together. To the Stoic, no problem is truly foreign when viewed through the lens of shared humanity. Moreover, the refusal to engage with challenges that don't appear to be ours often stems from fear or a sense of inadequacy. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Embracing this truth, we see that the problems of others offer a unique chance to test our virtues: courage, patience, empathy, and perseverance. Avoidance, on the other hand, weakens these traits. When we dismiss a problem, claiming it isn't ours, we miss a chance to strengthen our moral character and improve the world around us. There is also the matter of perception. What we initially regard as "not my problem" may later reveal its relevance to our lives. The Stoics taught that our judgment is fallible and that humility is essential. Life is unpredictable, and the issue we overlook today could become tomorrow's personal crisis. Engaging in seemingly unrelated struggles prepares us for adversity while cultivating a broader, more compassionate perspective. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The strength to confront, help, and contribute begins with a willingness to engage rather than withdraw. By shifting our mindset and seeing problems, even those not directly our own, as exercises in Stoic virtue, we align ourselves with the natural order of interdependence. The Stoic way isn't about solving every issue, but about responding to life with responsibility and character. When we reject the impulse to say, "That's not my problem," we embody the Stoic ideal of active participation in the shared experience of existence. This approach not only betters our lives, but enriches the world as a whole. 2. I already know everything about this. The claim, "I already know everything about this," contradicts the fundamental Stoic principle of humility and the recognition of our perpetual ignorance. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, wrote, "You must constantly remind yourself that all this has happened before and will happen again, the same plot from beginning to end, the identical staging." This quote reflects the idea that life, in its vast complexity, is an ongoing cycle of lessons and experiences. To assume total knowledge is to blind oneself to the continuous flow of learning that life offers. It is an illusion of certainty that closes the door to growth and wisdom. Stoicism teaches that the wise individual acknowledges the limitations of their understanding. Socrates famously declared, "I know that I know nothing," a statement reflecting the profound awareness that true wisdom lies in embracing our ignorance. To declare absolute knowledge about a subject is not a mark of intelligence, but of arrogance. It denies the fluid nature of truth and the ever-evolving context of knowledge. The Stoic understands that even the most familiar subjects have nuances and depths yet to be uncovered, and the humble pursuit of these truths is the hallmark of a truly wise person. This overconfidence often stems from fear or insecurity rather than genuine competence. By claiming to know everything, we shield ourselves from vulnerability and the possibility of being wrong. However, as Epictetus advised, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. True growth demands the courage to admit what we do not know and to remain open to correction and new insights. Such humility not only fosters personal growth, but also nurtures deeper connections with others who are more likely to share their perspectives and wisdom with someone willing to listen. The danger of believing we know everything extends beyond ourselves. It stifles collaboration and innovation. When we presume mastery, we dismiss the contributions of others, limiting the potential for collective advancement. Seneca observed, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This sentiment underscores the lifelong journey of self-improvement and the value of continually seeking new perspectives. The Stoic approach is not about hoarding knowledge, but about fostering a mindset of curiosity and openness that benefits both the individual and the community. The Stoic mindset embraces life as an endless classroom, with every encounter, challenge, and conversation offering lessons. To say, "I already know everything about this," is to refuse the role of a student and forgo the opportunity to deepen our understanding. By replacing arrogance with curiosity and certainty with humility, we align ourselves with the Stoic path of growth, wisdom, and virtuous living. This openness is what separates the truly wise from the merely knowledgeable. 3. That's impossible. The declaration, "That's impossible," reflects a fixed mindset that contradicts the Stoic principle of adaptability and resilience. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminder highlights the Stoic belief that limits often exist in perception rather than reality. Declaring something impossible is not only an admission of defeat, but also a failure to explore the full extent of one's capabilities and resources. To the Stoic, obstacles are not endpoints, but pathways to growth and discovery. The statement often stems from an impulsive reaction to challenges that seem insurmountable. Stoicism encourages pausing to evaluate situations with reason and clarity rather than surrendering to frustration or fear. Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When faced with difficulty, the Stoic does not dismiss possibilities, but instead seeks creative solutions and reframes the challenge as an opportunity for growth. What initially seems impossible may become achievable through perseverance, resourcefulness, and the passage of time. Moreover, labeling something as impossible reveals a lack of humility about our understanding of the world. The Stoic accepts that knowledge is incomplete and circumstances are ever-changing. What appears unfeasible today may become reality tomorrow through innovation or effort. Seneca noted, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Embracing this wisdom, the Stoic views challenges not as barriers, but as tests of strength and resolve. By rejecting the word impossible, we expand our horizons and recognize the vast potential for progress in ourselves and the world. The belief in impossibility can also limit others, discouraging collaboration and innovation. When we declare something unachievable, we may inadvertently close the door for those who could offer fresh perspectives or solutions. Stoicism values the collective wisdom of humanity and the interconnectedness of effort. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "What harms the hive harms the bee." By maintaining an open mind and rejecting defeatist language, we contribute to a culture of exploration and shared progress, benefiting not only ourselves but also the larger community. Stoicism teaches us to approach life's challenges with courage and curiosity rather than resignation. To say, "That's impossible," is to prematurely surrender to difficulty, denying both our agency and the potential for growth. The Stoic path instead encourages us to embrace the unknown, trust in our capacity for adaptation, and remember that limits are often self-imposed. In doing so, we transform obstacles into stepping stones and impossibilities into achievements. 4. You're wrong and I'm right. The assertion, "You're wrong and I'm right," reflects a rigidity of thought that stands in stark opposition to the Stoic principles of humility and openness to truth. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed." This perspective highlights the Stoic commitment to pursuing truth over pride. Clinging to the need to be right blinds us to the possibility of growth and undermines the shared pursuit of wisdom. Stoicism emphasizes that human judgment is fallible, and clinging to certainty often reveals insecurity rather than strength. Epictetus taught, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." By asserting absolute correctness, we close ourselves off to learning and collaboration, erecting barriers between ourselves and others. The Stoic instead approaches disagreements with curiosity, seeking to understand differing perspectives and remaining open to correction, knowing that wisdom is a process, not a possession. This mindset also undermines the fundamental Stoic value of harmony in relationships. By declaring another wrong and ourselves right, we risk alienating others and fostering conflict. Seneca observed, "A quarrel is quickly settled when deserted by one party. There is no battle unless there be two." The Stoic approach to disagreement is to prioritize understanding and mutual respect over winning an argument. A calm and reasoned discussion often leads to deeper understanding, while aggressive declarations of correctness only escalate tensions. Furthermore, the need to assert rightness often arises from ego, a trait Stoicism warns against. By focusing on being right, we prioritize personal validation over truth and progress. The Stoic, however, practices humility and self-awareness, recognizing the destructive influence of ego. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You always own the option of having no opinion. There is never any need to get worked up or to trouble your soul about things you can't control." This wisdom applies especially to debates, where the Stoic detaches from the need to dominate and instead values constructive dialogue. The Stoic path encourages a mindset that values truth, growth, and harmony over the need to assert dominance in discussions. To say, "You're wrong and I'm right," is to prioritize ego over understanding. By approaching disagreements with humility, curiosity, and a willingness to learn, we align ourselves with the Stoic ideals of wisdom and virtue. In this way, we not only deepen our understanding, but also foster a more collaborative and respectful connection with others. 5. I don't care. The statement, "I don't care," reflects an attitude of indifference that contradicts the Stoic ideal of engaged and virtuous living. While Stoicism teaches detachment from external outcomes, it does not advocate apathy toward life or others. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." This wisdom highlights the interconnectedness of humanity and the responsibility we have to one another. To dismiss a situation or individual with indifference undermines the Stoic principles of compassion and active participation in the shared human experience. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of caring in alignment with reason and virtue. Indifference, when expressed as "I don't care," is often a defensive reaction to discomfort, uncertainty, or fear of involvement. Epictetus cautioned, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective encourages us to examine our emotional responses and act with intention rather than withdrawing into apathy. Genuine care, guided by reason, strengthens our character and allows us to contribute meaningfully to the world. Moreover, declaring "I don't care" diminishes the value of the present moment, which Stoicism teaches us to cherish. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." Engaging with what is before us, even in situations that seem mundane or challenging, is an opportunity to practice gratitude and develop resilience. By dismissing experiences or individuals as unworthy of our attention, we fail to recognize their potential to teach, shape, or connect us to a greater sense of purpose. The phrase, "I don't care," also neglects the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature, which emphasizes cooperation and mutual support. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our well-being depends on the strength of our relationships. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Love the hand that fate deals you and play it as your own, for what could be more fitting?" This includes caring for those around us and fulfilling our role in the larger context of life. To care is to align with the natural order, while apathy isolates us from the harmony Stoics seek. Stoicism advocates a balance between emotional detachment from uncontrollable outcomes and active engagement in virtuous action. To say "I don't care" is to reject the opportunity to act with integrity, empathy, and purpose. By replacing indifference with thoughtful concern, we cultivate a life aligned with Stoic values, fostering personal growth and contributing to the well-being of others. In doing so, we find meaning not in apathy, but in deliberate and compassionate engagement. 6. This is how we've always done it. The statement, "This is how we've always done it," reflects a resistance to change that runs counter to the Stoic principle of adaptability and rational evaluation. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations observed, "Adapt yourself to the life you have been given, and truly love the people with whom destiny has surrounded you." This wisdom emphasizes the importance of flexibility and openness in navigating life's challenges. Clinging to tradition without question denies the Stoic call to act with reason and courage in the face of change. Stoicism teaches us to examine actions and beliefs critically, seeking what is rational and beneficial rather than relying on the comfort of habit. Epictetus advised, "Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think differently, to become a better person." By holding to, "This is how we've always done it," we forgo the opportunity for growth and improvement. True intelligence lies in questioning the status quo, adapting to new circumstances, and continuously refining our understanding and practices. This mindset also undermines innovation, both personally and collectively. Stoics value progress and the courage to embrace the unknown. Seneca wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." To remain tethered to outdated methods for fear of change is to hinder not only ourselves, but also those who might benefit from our willingness to explore alternatives. Stoicism calls on us to act with foresight and purpose, using reason as our guide to break free from unproductive traditions. Moreover, the phrase reveals an attachment to external security rather than internal resilience. Change, though often uncomfortable, is an inevitable part of life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." A Stoic perspective embraces this reality, viewing change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to align more closely with virtue and reason. By resisting change through rigid adherence to tradition, we deny ourselves the chance to adapt and grow in harmony with the natural order. In Stoicism, clinging to "how we've always done it" neglects the fundamental principle of living according to nature, which includes embracing the impermanence and flux of life. Instead of fearing change, the Stoic seeks to act with wisdom, courage, and openness to new possibilities. By questioning outdated practices and adapting to the demands of the moment, we fulfill the Stoic ideal of rational and purposeful action, aligning ourselves with progress and the greater good. 7. It's not my fault. The phrase, "it's not my fault," reflects a tendency to shift responsibility and avoid accountability, which contradicts the Stoic principles of self-ownership and personal responsibility. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminder emphasizes the Stoic belief that while external circumstances may be beyond our control, our responses and actions are entirely within our power. By deflecting blame, we miss an opportunity to exercise agency and grow in virtue. Stoicism teaches that focusing on external blame weakens our character. Epictetus advised, "When you blame others, you give up your power to change." The Stoic path calls for introspection and acknowledgement of our role in any situation, even when circumstances are challenging. Taking responsibility is not about self-recrimination, but about recognizing where we can act to improve ourselves or rectify a problem. It is through this honest self-assessment that we cultivate strength and resilience. Furthermore, saying "it's not my fault" often stems from a desire to protect the ego, a tendency Stoicism warns against. Ego-driven defensiveness clouds judgment and prevents constructive action. Seneca observed, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Acknowledging our part in a situation, even if minor, is a chance to refine our character and learn from experience. By owning our mistakes or contributions, we move closer to the Stoic ideal of self-mastery. The phrase also undermines relationships and teamwork, as it signals an unwillingness to share responsibility or address issues collaboratively. Stoicism values harmony and cooperation, recognizing that we are interconnected with others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth." By embracing responsibility, we foster trust and strengthen bonds, creating an environment where challenges are approached constructively rather than through blame. Stoicism encourages us to accept responsibility not as a burden, but as an opportunity to act virtuously and improve. By shifting focus from blame to solutions, we align with the Stoic principle of rational and purposeful action. "It's not my fault" denies this opportunity, leaving us stagnant and powerless. Instead, we should adopt a mindset of ownership, embracing responsibility as a path to growth, resilience, and meaningful contribution to the world around us. 8. I can't stand working with specific group or person. The statement, "I can't stand working with specific group or person," reflects an attitude of resistance and judgment, which runs contrary to the Stoic principles of tolerance, understanding, and emotional control. Marcus Aurelius, in Meditations, wrote, "When you are about to embark on a course of action, remind yourself of the human beings you are about to encounter and prepare to interact with them in a way that reflects your values." This wisdom invites us to approach difficult people and situations with a sense of empathy, recognizing that our responses are within our control. Instead of harboring disdain, the Stoic seeks to cultivate patience and understanding, knowing that others, like ourselves, are works in progress. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control the actions or attitudes of others, but we have complete control over how we respond. Epictetus advised, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This applies not only to material possessions, but also to our emotional responses. The Stoic path is one of detachment from external disturbances, including interpersonal friction. By allowing ourselves to be disturbed by others' behavior, we give away our peace of mind. The Stoic approach encourages us to maintain composure and clarity, viewing difficult individuals not as obstacles, but as opportunities to practice virtue. The phrase, "I can't stand working with specific group or person," also often stems from a lack of empathy or understanding. Seneca noted, "If you wish to be rich, do not add to your money, but subtract from your desires." This principle can be extended to our interactions with others. The more we focus on our own preferences and expectations, the more we risk becoming frustrated and disillusioned by others' behavior. To practice Stoicism is to view others with compassion, understanding that everyone is navigating their own challenges and learning in their own way. Recognizing this shared humanity allows us to engage more effectively, even with those we find difficult. Furthermore, the statement fosters a divisive mindset, one that creates barriers between individuals and groups. Stoicism values unity and cooperation, understanding that we are all part of a greater whole. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." This interconnectedness means that our ability to work harmoniously with others is vital to our collective well-being. Instead of rejecting others, the Stoic embraces the opportunity to practice cooperation, focusing on shared goals rather than personal differences. In essence, to say, "I can't stand working with specific group or person," is to allow our emotions to dictate our actions rather than exercising the emotional control and wisdom that Stoicism teaches. By recognizing that we cannot change others, but can only control our reactions, we gain the power to transform challenging interactions into opportunities for growth. The Stoic path encourages us to engage with others, not through judgment or resentment, but with patience, understanding, and an openness to learning from each encounter. 9. That's a stupid idea. The statement, "That's a stupid idea," reflects a judgmental and dismissive attitude, which runs counter to the Stoic principles of respect, open-mindedness, and intellectual humility. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This wisdom suggests that how we perceive others' ideas shapes our own peace of mind and growth. To immediately dismiss an idea as stupid is to close oneself off from potential learning, understanding, and the opportunity to engage in thoughtful dialogue. A Stoic, on the other hand, would approach any idea with an open mind, willing to consider its merits before hastily judging its worth. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of questioning our own assumptions and beliefs. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This applies to the way we respond to others' ideas. Instead of reacting impulsively with dismissiveness, the Stoic takes a moment to reflect and assess whether there is value in the suggestion, even if it initially seems foreign or unorthodox. Dismissing an idea outright disregards the possibility that it may lead to a breakthrough or a deeper understanding of the topic at hand. In this sense, intellectual humility is a cornerstone of Stoic thought, as it encourages us to challenge our own biases and engage with diverse perspectives. The phrase also fails to acknowledge that wisdom often arises from unexpected sources. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." To dismiss ideas without reflection is to waste opportunities for growth and innovation. The Stoic recognizes that learning is a continuous process, and it is through exposure to different viewpoints that we refine our own understanding. What may initially appear as a stupid idea might, upon deeper consideration, hold valuable insights that challenge conventional thinking and spark new possibilities. Additionally, the statement, "That's a stupid idea," undermines collaboration and respect in interpersonal relationships. Stoicism values cooperation and harmony, and the way we communicate with others has a direct impact on the quality of our interactions. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, 'The people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly.'" While this may seem to suggest frustration, the Stoic understanding is that we are not in control of others' behavior, but can choose how to respond. Rejecting an idea with disrespect not only harms the relationship, but also reinforces negativity. Instead, the Stoic approach is to engage in a constructive and respectful manner, even when we disagree. Stoicism encourages a shift from judgment to inquiry. Instead of immediately labeling an idea as stupid, the Stoic takes the time to reflect, seek understanding, and approach discussions with openness. This mindset fosters intellectual growth, respectful collaboration, and a deeper appreciation for the diversity of thoughts and perspectives that surround us. By adopting a more thoughtful approach, we cultivate an environment where wisdom can flourish, and we grow in our capacity for rational and virtuous action. 10. I don't need any help. The statement, "I don't need any help," reflects an attitude of pride and self-sufficiency that goes against the Stoic principle of humility and interdependence. Marcus Aurelius in Meditations wrote, "What we do now echoes in eternity." This wisdom highlights that our actions are interconnected with the broader human experience. In rejecting help, we may miss the opportunity to learn from others and contribute to a collective effort. The Stoic perspective understands that we are all part of a greater whole, and self-reliance should never translate into isolation or the refusal to accept assistance when it is needed. Stoicism teaches that wisdom and virtue are cultivated through relationships and shared experiences. Epictetus advised, "No man is free who is not master of himself," yet he also emphasized the importance of community and mutual support. The notion of needing no help ignores the reality that we cannot accomplish everything alone, and strength often comes from recognizing our limitations. The Stoic mind embraces the wisdom of knowing when to ask for help, understanding that this act is not a sign of weakness, but a recognition of the greater good in cooperation. Further, the phrase, "I don't need any help," reveals a disconnect from the Stoic concept of interdependence. Seneca noted, "We are not born for ourselves alone. Humans are social creatures, and our well-being is closely tied to the relationships we cultivate and the support we offer and receive from others." Refusing help is a denial of this interconnection, and it can create a sense of isolation. The Stoic approach would instead encourage the acknowledgement of the value that others bring to our lives and the humility to accept assistance when it enhances our journey toward virtue. Additionally, this mindset risks overlooking opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By accepting help, we often find new perspectives and solutions that we might not have considered on our own. Stoics believe that challenges and obstacles are opportunities for growth. By humbling ourselves and accepting assistance, we open ourselves to new ways of thinking and acting, which ultimately strengthens our capacity to face future challenges. In essence, saying, "I don't need any help," denies the Stoic virtues of humility, community, and growth. The Stoic mindset values collaboration, learning, and the recognition that we are all part of something greater than ourselves. By embracing the help of others, we not only strengthen our own character, but also contribute to the collective well-being of those around us. This openness fosters resilience, wisdom, and the virtuous action that Stoicism seeks to cultivate in every aspect of life. And that wraps up our list of 10 things an intelligent person never says. As we've seen, the way we speak shapes how we think, interact, and ultimately grow. By avoiding limiting, dismissive, or defensive phrases, we open ourselves up to new ideas, deeper understanding, and better connections with those around us. Remember, intelligence isn't just about having all the answers. It's about being open to learning, embracing humility, and communicating thoughtfully. If this video resonated with you, it's time to reflect on your own language and how it impacts your mindset. Which of these phrases have you caught yourself saying, and how can you replace them with more empowering statements? I challenge you to start paying attention to your words and watch how they shape your thinking and actions. If you found this helpful, like, share, and subscribe for more content that will help you grow intellectually and emotionally. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which phrase you're most committed to avoiding going forward. Until next time, keep evolving and speaking with purpose.